Okay, let's just get right into it. We've all been there. It's like 10 o'clock at night, you had a huge dinner. By any logical standard, you are completely, totally full. And yet, there you are, standing in front of the pantry, just staring, looking for something. It is so frustrating, right? And it feels like this massive failure of willpower. You're asking yourself, why can't I just stop? I know I'm not actually hungry, but some part of my brain is just screaming for a snack. It feels like I'm broken. So seriously, what is going on? I am so glad you started there because that is the number one thing to understand. You are not broken. This is not your fault. What you're feeling isn't some kind of moral failing. It is a biological glitch. Your body is basically running on ancient software in a world it was never designed for. So here's the fundamental problem. Our basic biology, it's about 50,000 years old. It's hardwired for a world where food was scarce. But our modern environment, it's engineered for the exact opposite, total abundance and overconsumption. Your ancient brain is literally being hacked by modern food. Hacked? Whoa, okay, that sounds pretty intense. So break this down for us. If my brain is being hacked, let's do the deep dive. Who are the main culprits? What's the actual science behind this glitch?
All right, so the first major player you need to know is a hormone called ghrelin. You can just think of it as your body's hunger alarm. When your stomach's empty, it shoots a signal to your brain that says, eat now. Simple enough? But here's the glitch. Super sugary, processed foods, they don't turn this alarm off properly. So even when your stomach is physically full, that alarm just keeps on ringing.
Next up, we've got leptin. Leptin is like your long-term energy gauge. It's made by your fat cells, and its job is to be the brake pedal. It tells your brain, hey, we're good. The battery is full. We've got plenty of energy stored. In a perfect world, this is the hormone that keeps your appetite totally in check. Okay, wait a second. That doesn't add up. If most of us have this stored energy, this full battery, why isn't the brake pedal working? Why does it feel like we're all just driving around with our foot slammed on the gas pedal, just constantly hungry? That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? And the answer is a condition called leptin resistance. When you eat a diet high in processed foods, it causes a short circuit. The leptin signal gets sent out, but the brain becomes, well, deaf to it. It literally cannot see the stored energy. It's looking at a full battery, but the dashboard says empty, so it keeps screaming for more fuel. Now, let's talk about our third player, insulin. Its main job is to be the gatekeeper. So when you eat carbs, insulin's job is to get the sugar from your blood and move it into your cells so you can use it for energy. It's a really critical function. But here's the thing. The problem with refined sugar and simple carbs is that they cause this huge spike in insulin. And that huge spike leads to a massive overcorrection and then a blood sugar crash. That deep valley you see after the peak, that's where false hunger lives. Your body panics, thinks it's in an emergency energy crisis, and sends out this powerful hunger signal that feels 100% real. And finally, let's talk about the superheroes of feeling full. Two hormones called PYY and GLP-1. These guys are the most powerful I'm done signals your body has. They are the ultimate satiety brakes. But, and this is so important, they only get triggered when actual food, specifically fiber and protein, physically reaches your lower intestine. And this is maybe the biggest glitch of all. Ultra-processed foods. We're talking chips, soda, white bread. They're so pre-digested that they get absorbed way too high up in your gut. They never even make it down to where PYY and GLP-1 are waiting. So you've eaten all the calories, but you've completely bypassed the biological system designed to tell you to stop. Wow. Okay, my mind is kind of blown right now. So it's not just that these foods are unhealthy, they're literally designed to short-circuit our biology. How intentional is this? I mean, are food companies actually targeting these glitches on purpose? Intentional is an understatement. In food science, there's a name for it, the Bliss Point. It is the scientifically engineered, perfect combination of salt, sugar, and fat that makes a food as craveable as humanly possible. It's designed to hit your brain's reward center so hard that it just overrides all those hormonal signals we just talked about. And they have another trick up their sleeve to make foods what they call hyperpalatable, basically irresistible. It's this concept called vanishing caloric density. Think about Cheetos or cotton candy. They melt in your mouth so fast that your brain gets fooled. It literally doesn't register that you've eaten any real calories. This is all designed to make you eat way, way more than you ever would with actual food. This is infuriating, but it's also weirdly empowering. I feel like I finally understand what the enemy is. So, if we know how the system is being hacked, what's the protocol? How do we fight back and get our hormones to finally work for us again? The fight back begins with a single number, 30. You want to aim for at least 30 grams of protein with your very first meal of the day. This is probably the single most effective thing you can do to turn down that ghrelin hunger alarm and keep it off for hours. It really sets you up for success. Okay, here it is, the simple 3-step protocol. Number 1, fiber first. Eating your veggies or a salad before your main course creates this kind of mesh in your gut that slows everything down. It prevents that big insulin spike and crash. Second, hit that protein threshold we just talked about. Your body is designed to keep you hungry until its protein needs are met. And finally, number 3, respect the 20-minute delay. It takes a full 20 minutes for those powerful I'm full signals, PYY and GLP-1, to get from your gut all the way up to your brain. If you eat faster than that, you will always overeat. This changes everything. It's really not about counting every calorie or banning foods I love. It's about ordering and timing things correctly. It's about understanding the language my body actually speaks. Exactly. And this slide really gets to the heart of it. Forget thinking about good foods versus bad foods. The real key is to think about an intact food matrix versus a processed food matrix. A steak, an apple, these are intact. Your body has to work to break them down, and that gives your hormones time to do their job. But a chicken nugget or a glass of juice, it's basically pre-digested. It gets absorbed way too fast and just bypasses all your body's natural off switches. So, we need to completely reframe the goal here. This isn't about willpower. It's not about trying to eat less. It's about eating smarter. It's about choosing foods with a higher complexity. Foods that are built in a way that lets your amazing hormonal system actually work the way it was designed to. And that's really the big takeaway from all of this, isn't it? For anyone out there who's ever felt like a failure for reading the kitchen late at night, the problem wasn't you. Success isn't about trying to find more willpower. It's about sending your body better signals. It's about finally understanding the code.